think it's important to set goals.
Okay.
And I think also it kind of focuses your mind.
Okay.
From my perspective, I feel like when I set a goal, I'm like, it focuses my mind, and then I can put in like little steps that I can take to reach that goal. So I think sometimes for some people, the goal that you've set yourself is outrageous. And in terms of, I'll say this, I remember when this was just before I went to uni, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go study law. And I never forget this. There's a girl I used to hang out with. Her mom was like, oh, in our language, it's like, law, can you study law? Can you do it? Do you have the capabilities? And I remember I walked out of there, and I have this thing. This is my personality. In my mind, nobody else can ever put a limitation on what I can and cannot do. I'm the only person that has the ability to do that.
That's your character, not personality.
It's
deep rooted.
It's deep rooted. Like that's how my mind works. So every time I hit a hurdle and somebody tells me I can't do something, and I've had it quite a lot of times. I remember the first sixth form that I attended, and I was like, I wanted to do this course, and you needed a BBB to do it. And the head of sixth form told me, yeah, that's quite ambitious. Do you think you're going to be able to do it? I left that school. I remember, and nobody understood why I was so adamant that I am not staying in that school. I was like, I'm leaving.
Wow.
It was because I was like, if I stay here, you're going to cap my limitations. So I left that school, and I remember.
Yeah, definitely.
And I remember. Bear in mind, at this point, I was 17.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm not staying here. And like people are like, oh, why are you leaving? Da, 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 da. Yeah, and then I left that, and that was the main reason why I left that school. And I'm like, you don't believe in your students. You're going to cap their ability. So I moved and I went to a different school. And I say this not to brag. I ended up leaving A-levels with A-star AA. Somebody that when I wanted to leave with BBB, they were telling me that, oh, that's so ambitious.
Oh my God, congrats. That's
so sometimes it's so crazy. So I have this thing where I'm like, if in your mind, if you set your goal and you put down exactly how I'm going to get there, people are going to say everything.
I was going to come to that. It's just good that you so wrapped it up. I was going to say, all of that triumph over whatever, the hurdles that were said in front of what people said, did you think you were able to overcome those things because you already had set targets and goals and you had a mind picture of where the end goal was?
But I think for me also, and this might be, I think I have to also give credit to my parents. I think it was never a thing of them saying that.
Clap for that.
Yeah. I think
another clap.
No, another clap for them. I have to give
triple salute.
I literally have to, because the way that my parents' mindset is that there's nothing that you cannot do, especially if all you have to do is you just need to sit down and apply yourself. And once you apply yourself, even if it takes you years, you will master it.